Hey everybody, welcome back to another video with Gem Mint Masters. I've got a PSA Reveal for you here today. And I went through and kind of sorted these cards out into a few different piles, and I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about my thought process around these. This pile here on the left is what I will call like the speculative pile, and I'll explain what I mean by that once I go through it. And then this one over here is more of like the stable pile, and there's some PC cards in here for me too. So the pile on the left, the speculative pile, what I kind of mean by that is these are mostly football and mostly rookies from last year. And I think, you know, as what happens in pretty much any NFL season, you kind of speculate on either the current rookie class or the previous one. And in this case, this year, the new class didn't have any cards yet. So it's really still kind of, the hobby is focused on the previous class, 2023. So I've got a lot of those rookies in here. And as we all know, this football season is well underway, and a lot of them have underperformed big time. So, you know, conventional wisdom tells you to sell those cards before the season. I submitted this order right at the beginning of the season, and we're now on week 8, and I just got them back. So there's not anything I can do about these. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but there are some in here that might work out okay. But I'll go through, I'll show the grades, and I'll kind of talk about the value around them. I'll show a couple random cards here. My buddy threw a couple cards in this order, so I'll just show these so he can see this on video. But he's got a graded card. He's an NC State fan, so you got Spud Webb in his NC State uniform autograph card here. I don't think there's very many of these out there. Typical 8 on a card like this, the thicker case. It's a thicker card. It's pretty cool. It looks really great in this case, though. That's the first time I've ever subbed like a mem card like that, an autograph mem or RPA. It's really just an autograph, just super thick. And then this one here, which is kind of funny. I've subbed a few of these for him now. This one, I think he got kind of shafted on. This was at least a 9 in my opinion. Super sharp corners all around, front and back. It's a black border, and the only real issue is like that top one there, but it's not even that bad at all. It's not even like chipped. It's just kind of, I don't even know how to say it. But yeah, no, this is super sharp. But, you know, a couple cards he can just kind of keep in his own personal collection. Some nostalgia there, but yeah. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get into the speculative pile here. I'm gonna just push this one over a little bit. All right, so we got first one. We got Anthony Richardson, green hyper, PSA 10, which is awesome. But as we know, Anthony Richardson just got benched again. You know, he's been hurt. I don't know, he's just really not living up to the hype. But I think there's still a lot of believers. Still super young, crazy talented athletically. So there's still some believers, but I probably am going to lose on this card, even at a Gem Mint 10, which seems crazy. But I think the going rate for this is about $50, and I think I'm a little bit more than that into this. So that's the unfortunate part. It's great that you're going to get a 10, but that's the unfortunate part, that you're not going to be able to make your money back. So that's kind of the game you play. So my strategy has shifted a lot more to stable players, and that's kind of the other pile I'll talk about. I'm probably going to get out of a lot of this speculative, these plays, unless I can time it right at the beginning of the season, like the other one. Speaking of speculative plays, I failed miserably on this one. I don't know what the heck is wrong with this card. I'm going to have to open it up and look. But Calvin Ridley, green velocity, I picked this up for a few dollars. A lot of hype on him before the season. I thought he would play well. He actually has played well lately, but anytime you get a 6 on a card, it really doesn't matter. It's not gonna be worth anything. I don't know what the heck is wrong. There's got to be something very major wrong with this, like a crease all the way through that like I didn't see, or it happened and I got dinged for it. But I don't remember seeing anything on this. So we'll take a look at that one and see. I should put that over here. All right, so we'll do our 10s and then everything else pile. This is another one I thought I picked up for a few dollars, speculate on. I thought this looked really good. Jonathan Taylor started off the season really good, but not so great anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and sell some of these and just kind of, you know, chalk it up to a loss, take a few bucks back, and move on. You know, lesson learned. That's just the way it goes sometimes. But again, like, you learn these lessons, you learn not to really do them as much anymore. I went kind of crazy on football this year, which I don't think I'll do that again. Again, unless I can time it perfectly right before the season. You could have made some good money on Will Levis, Richardson, all those guys. You could have made good money. This one I think is probably a good one, actually. Puka, Purple Shock, Gem Mint 10. Didn't pay a lot for this. I think these were just like $10 or something for this. I think I'll actually make a few bucks on this one. He is back now, and he looked pretty awesome in his first week. Put up some huge numbers. So, welcome back, Puka. All right, another Anthony Richardson, another 10, another color match, which is great. Such a great looking card. But again, it's probably going to fall in that same range, $50 of the other one, and I probably paid a little bit more than that. So that's the way that goes. This one I thought was kind of cool. I might even hang on to this one. Somewhat of a speculation play. I mean, he's out for the season now, Brandon Ayuk. Paid like $3 for this card. Prism Black Silvers. You don't see a lot of these graded in 10, so I thought this was kind of cool. I actually will make money on this. So I'm happy with this one, but just for a few bucks, I thought it was just a cool looking card. Again, you don't see a lot of these, and I wanted to sub this. I was like, you know what? I think he's going to have a good year, but, you know, I think there's still, again, a lot of believers in Brandon Ayuk. He's been in the league for a while. He just has to kind of pick it up and get healthy again. All right, another one. Definitely, I don't know what happened, what went wrong on this. I'll have to open it up and take a look. When you get an 8, it's usually there's something more than centering. Centering alone, through my experience, is never going to get you lower than a 9 if everything else is great. So there is something else going on. I'll have to take a look and see. Front corners and everything looks good. So I'm always disappointed when I get anything 8 or lower, because I know that then I've missed something substantial. But there aren't too many of those in here, luckily, but a decent amount of 9s. Here's another one, Bryce Young, another speculation play, did not pan out. Even, you know, if you would have sold his stuff right at the beginning of the season, you'd be okay. Even potentially on a 9 like this, selling before the season, you might actually break even. But this is going to be probably a card I sell for like $5. And again, I'm not all about kind of sitting on these forever. At some point, people won't even want the 9s. So if I can get a few bucks for them, I'm just going to take it and move on. Puka, mint 9, not ideal, but again, he's a player people will buy, so I'll at least get a couple bucks for that. Here we go. Sam Laporta, Gem Mint 10. This one's not bad. His stock has kind of stayed flat, I guess. Maybe come down a little bit. I mean, every player's stock in this class has pretty much come down, and you'll hear a lot of people talk about it. Even CJ Stroud has not played bad. His team is 6-2. You know, potentially playoff bound, but his market is still down. I mean, it's just the nature of the game. When the season starts, everybody starts to kind of cool off. So it's just the way it goes. And then last one in this stack, definitely a loser. I got an 8 on this Purple Shock, Anthony Richardson. Again, I don't know what I missed on this. I thought it looked pretty good, so I'll have to crack that one open and take a look and see. Anything that's an 8, a lot of times I'll crack open and look. I want to know. I want to learn. I want to figure out what I maybe did wrong on some of these. Now we get to the good stack, and you know what? It's interesting too. I will say these are the more valuable cards in here, and I did really well on these. So maybe it's something psychological with me where the cards I know that I want to get a 10, I'm really paying a lot closer attention on. I don't know. I'll have to see, but these again are the kind of more stable cards, veterans, guys that have been around for a while, have established themselves as starters, whatnot. So, all right. Jordan Love picked up this Silver Prism beginning of the season for like, I think I paid $17 for this, which I thought was a steal. I got it. This was like a weird listing. Somebody had terrible pictures on eBay, and I ended up getting a 10 on that. So super excited about that one. That's like a $100 card right now. So I think I made out pretty well. Here's one I definitely thought was going to get a 10, but I don't know. I don't know what went wrong. Brock Purdy is a PC player for me, but I probably end up selling this one. But again, I think I'll come close to breaking even at the 9. He's playing well. He's on a good team. He's got a really solid market. This card I am crazy bummed about. This is a PC card for me. I've been subbing some random Shaq rookies here and there. I found a super clean copy at a show recently. Paid like $10 for this card, and it got a 9. I'm getting 9s on all these 90s cards. It's like PSA just doesn't want to give you a 10 on these things. It's just rare. I've gotten so many 9s, and I paid crazy close attention to these 90s ones because I know in a lot of cases, if it's not perfect from everything I can see, it's not worth subbing because it's just really not going to get you any kind of a return or anything like that. But again, I wanted to keep this in the PC. I probably still will, but I would have loved to have a 10. That would have been great. We got another Jordan Love, and this one is a super valuable card. I think I paid like $25 for this. It's like $150 or $140 card, something like that. Purple Shock. Low pop count on this too. I don't know what the story is behind it. I'll have to take a look, but it's a really low pop count compared to some of the other Jordan Loves. So that one was exciting. Got that. A lot of these I bought from the same seller at a show, so I'm really glad that the quality was what it was. I don't necessarily like the way this one's positioned in the holder, but what can you do sometimes? This one I'm super excited about. Brock Purdy, again, one of my PC players. This one's going to stay with me. PSA 10 on that one. I actually wasn't so sure about this because these die cuts, you never know what you're going to get. And this is numbered out of 299, so that one is awesome. So that's a couple $100 right there. This is probably the biggest card in this particular submission. CJ Stroud, Stars. It's like a $400 card. I got this for a really solid deal at a show. Again, I've said this before, shows are my preferred way of picking up cards because I can look over every part of the surface, corners, everything in person. I love to be able to do that, and it just gives me so much more confidence when I send these out. And pretty much all of these I got 10s were cards that I picked up at a show a couple months ago. So we got the last one here, another Jordan Love, Camel Pink. I think this one's like $100 as well. Got this one pretty cheap. Got it from the same seller again. And we got a 10 on that one. So felt really good about that. I ran the numbers over this whole order, and even with all of these crazy, weird ones that did not pan out, I think I still made like $100. But again, I'm not really in it for that anymore. I am trying to just kind of continue building my collection. So if I can sell some stuff to make some, to buy some stuff I want, that's what it's all about. And I think a lot of these Jordan Loves, I just saw some immense value in them. So I do plan on, what I ideally want to do is do some trading with those and get some cards, for the PC that I can. Or a lot of times what I might do is I'll sell them on somewhere like eBay. eBay is great because you can just leave your funds sitting in there, and then you can just use that money to buy cards that you want. Yeah, you're paying the fees, which isn't ideal. But you take your cards to a show and try to sell them, you're going to get 85% normally anyway, so you're really kind of getting the same amount of money back for them. But yeah, so that's a quick PSA reveal here. I'm happy with the results. I think it was exactly 10 out of 20 PSA 10s, including my buddy's 2 over here. So it is a 50% gem rate, but if I take those out, got just over that for myself. Can't complain. My goal is always 50. But again, I'm trying to get better, trying to be more selective, not only in the cards, but make sure that the quality is there when I submit these. So, all right. Thanks for joining me. Got some more videos coming this week. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. Tune in for those. I think I'll have one. Today is Wednesday, so we'll have one Thursday and Friday as well. So keep an eye out for those videos. But yeah, until next time, see you guys.